Hello and welcome. I am Gimba Umar. Tonight, the PDP Reconciliation Committee submits its report, says its recommendation will go a long way to resolve the crisis within the party. Normalcy returns to Akokwa community in Imo State after violence leaves 6 people dead. The state government attributes the incident to homicide, rules out ethnic strife. Yobe, Benue and Kwara states brace up as rainstorm threatens to unleash flooding in these states. And residents in the northern Syrian city of Manjib celebrate new freedoms after it's been liberated from so-called Islamic State, the IS.
And in business news tonight, Central Bank asks Nigerians not to panic on the scarcity of foreign exchange.
And in sports news, Nigeria's Dream Team 6 are still on course for an Olympic gold after reaching the semi-finals of the football event in Rio.
We begin tonight with the People's Democratic Party Reconciliation Committee set up by the People's Democratic Party. It has submitted its report to the board after meeting with the contending factions of the party and aggrieved individuals. While presenting the report to the chairman of the BOT, the chairman of the committee, Professor Jerry Gana, assures party members that if implemented, the recommendations in the report will solve the leadership crisis in the party. Both the committee and chairman of the BOT assured members that the proposed national convention will hold as scheduled. They, however, declined comments on both the contents of the report and whether or not Senator Ali Modi Sharif and his supporters will be part of the convention.
The convention in Port Harcourt is holding. And we want to take this opportunity to inform all Nigerians, particularly our party members, that we have the support of the organs of the party, but we have tremendous respect for some of our members who still are aggrieved, hence this particular committee. We've recommended how they too can be made to feel at home so we can welcome them at the convention. That recommendation is here. It will be irresponsible of me to explode it because the Board of Trustees has to now consider and also approve that aspect. But we considered every aspect of it and we've given a very balanced recommendation, and we hope, if implemented, we'll be waiting at the convention to receive our brothers and sisters, and that'll be a wonderful feeling. But as to the convention is holding by the grace of God. And it will be an elective convention, and by the grace of God, the PDP will receive a new lease of life after convention.
The party has been yearning for such a comprehensive report coming from the conscience of the party. With this report, today marks the way forward for the normal activities of our party.
In the meantime, the northern elders of the People's Democratic Party have closed ranks ahead of the party's upcoming national convention, vowing to support candidates who will protect their interests. Conveners of the forum told journalists in Abuja that they are in support of the zoning arrangement and other preparations for the caretaker committee to hold the convention in Port Harcourt, south of Nigeria. They, however, insist that the interests of the North must be protected as the region remains critical to the survival of the party.
It's the forum of PDP leaders from the north, including former governors and senators. The convener of the meeting outlines the purpose of the meeting and its significance for the region.
In politics, there are also very powerful interests, and so it's the right thing to do. So we want this committee to please do their very, very best to ensure, one, that when they are recommending to us, they are recommending the very best of those who are available. What you feel or who you feel for the various offices will be the best for us to consider in the interest of the People's Democratic Party and in the overall interest of the northern part of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Members of this forum are relying on the political clout that the region possesses to install a new leadership for the party.
The life wire of Nigerian politics has always been from the north. We should continue that effort of nation building through the tripod on which Nigeria was conceived at independence, and which is the only way to provide stability and steady progress of politics and governance of this great country of ours.
Although none of the northern members in the camp of Senator Ali Modu Sharif attended the meeting, the chairman of the Board of Trustees says the leadership problem of the party is coming to an end.
I have been excused by the organizers of this meeting earlier from attending the previous meetings. But I found it very necessary today because we are coming to the end of our problem, generally by the will of God.
As it stands, some members of the PDP are set for the convention in Port Harcourt, even in the face of disagreements from aggrieved members. It remains to be seen if this will lay to rest the leadership tussle that the party has grappled with in recent times.
Let's move on now to the NHRC report, and former governor of Edo State, Professor Osareme Osumbo, who has faulted the report of the commission which indicts him and 117 others for various electoral offences. Professor Osumbo, who was speaking with Channels Television, describes the allegations as malicious and unfounded. He says that the commission has also acted in contempt of court for indicting him a second time after suing them for indicting him falsely.
It is a pity that a body that calls itself a Human Rights Commission should be violating the human rights of people. And I believe something is seriously wrong with our Human Rights Commission. For them to be indicting somebody, they never invited me for any investigation. In fact, reading the report in this newspaper, it says they have recommended me, amongst others, for prosecution and further investigation. So if they had not completed their investigation, how come they are recommending people for prosecution when they are still saying that further investigation should be carried out? Nigerians should help me to prevail on Professor Bem Angwe and the National Human Rights Commission to tell the world where in the judgment of the Election Petition Tribunal I was alleged to have committed any offense. They should tell the world what offense I committed, and I'll be prepared to face the investigation if that is actually the case. But they are just abusing their powers and hiding under statutory immunity which they have. I will not take it. Nigerians must stand up against this kind of impunity by a body that is supposed to protect the rights of Nigerians.
In the meantime, a former Speaker of the Kogi State House of Assembly and acting governor of the state, Mr. Clarence Olafemi, has threatened to sue the National Human Rights Commission, the NHRC, for including his name in the list of people indicted for electoral malpractices during the 2007 and 2011 general elections. Mr. Olufemi told Channels Television that he has been cleared by the appeal court and wonders why the issue is being brought up at this time.
Asking my lawyer to take them to court is obvious, because we have written them before when that issue was being paraded by the same body some 5 or 6 years ago. Why are they bringing it at this particular time? Maybe because they see one good thing or the other coming to me. And my opponent will want to look at issues that they could use to dent my name, I will take them to court. There is no doubt about it. Enough is enough.
Okay.
If the Court of Appeal has ruled that I have not committed any electoral offense, why are they better than the Court of Appeal?
An uneasy calm has returned to Umukegu community in Akokwa local government area of Imo State, southeast of Nigeria, after last night's deadly communal clash which left 6 people dead. Even though security operatives have been deployed there to keep the peace, the residents are still reeling from the shock of the violence. They have asked the government to take a critical look at the incidents and ensure that those found culpable are brought to book.
The serenity here is deceptive. The silence doesn't tell the story of the violence which left people dead and the anxiety that the residents feel. Trouble is said to have erupted after a quarrel between a middle-aged man and a young woman. Eyewitness accounts claim that the man in question, irked by the misunderstanding with the woman in question, went on rampage and struck her with a shovel. The residents are hoping that government will not treat the incident with kid gloves.
An Hausa man who was employed here to take care of the building pursued a woman who ran from outside that main road and came inside here. Then the Hausa man took God to kill the woman and the landlady of this house.
Today when I played call to him, and discreetly he called the commissioner of police and got the situation in control, because Akokwa, vis-a-vis that or not, is border town to Anambra, border town to other states. And if these things are not controlled yesterday as it was happened, I mean, we would have been here to talk to them. So to me, I believe that people reacted the way they reacted, because what was murdered or what was butchered is not chicken, it's a human being.
The family of the slain woman are in mourning. They find it hard to express their grief. But now, they are demanding for justice.
I feel very sad, deeply sad. I can't express how I feel. I feel much sad.
It used to happen some other places. I don't know that one day I'll be a victim. But as it has happened, well, it's high time to call the government to live up to their responsibility.
The Imo State Deputy Governor visits the community to commiserate with the victims. Eze Madumere, who leads security operatives and other top government functionaries to the town, condemns the act. However, he clarifies that the incident is a clear case of homicide and not ethnic in nature.
We as a government totally condemn the loss of life of our people following the unfortunate and avoidable incident. We want to call on all and sundry to be calm and law-abiding. We'll assure you that measures has been taken to ensure that the situation is brought under control.
The Imo State Commissioner for Police, Taiwo Lakanu, is asking the people to be calm.
We are working in synergy with other sister agencies, and investigation has commenced in earnest. If there are further penetration of this crime, we'll get them. I will just need that assurance from you people that you will cooperate with us. We need your cooperation. This carnage must stop.
In the meantime, the corpses of the victims have been deposited in a nearby mortuary, while some others who were wounded in the process, including a 7-year-old boy, are still receiving treatment in a nearby hospital.
The Sultan of Sokoto and President of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Muhammadu Sa'ad Abubakar III, is advocating religious tolerance among Nigerians as a means to achieve national unity and development. The Sultan was speaking during the opening ceremony of the annual General Assembly and its National Executive Council meeting in Benin City, the Edo State capital. In part 2, after the break, Benue and Kwara State brace up for the threats posed by flooding. Stay with us.